time where they can walk into a new building. Making a transition on a weekend is hard, not only on our shop, but it's very hard for teachers and administrative staff. Second of all, if we delay this decision, a lot of the work we've done with the sites has been to where we worked it where they will not require interim housing. We're planning to get all the work done in the spring and have it complete by the time they return, so there won't be interim housing needs in the fall. If we delay a decision on this and decide to go with a conventional design bid build, which we certainly can do, I think the board needs to be mindful that there's going to be significant interim housing costs now that we haven't budgeted before, because we will have to house students for the first several months of the new year.
And currently, at this stage of the process, if we were to halt the process, would there be any payments owed to the contractor?
No, we're opening the submittals tomorrow, and we want to take about a week and a half to evaluate and redistribute the work, but no, there's no financial impact. There's going to be a lot of disgruntled people because doing takeoffs on bids like this, something this large, they've invested a lot of time and resources.
Based on the possible change, would you have to go back to DSA?
No.
Any other questions? I was paying attention despite the
I have a comment. I'm understanding the lease-leaseback, and I'm understanding that Sweetwater's having a problem with theirs. And I imagine, as we've been told, practically in every institution there's some kind of corruption. But I'm assuming that the larger percentage of lease-leasebacks are done appropriately and without question. And this is just one district that seems to be having some issues with it. And it's not necessarily indicative that this is a problem and we should all be worried about whether something shady's happening here.
No, this might assure you a little bit. Most of the contiguous districts, some of them use the lease-leaseback model exclusively. There are some times where it doesn't work, but most districts have found that the value and the economy that it brings, and just the fiscal predictability has worked very well for them. You work with people that begin to understand school culture, they understand your needs, they understand the architects you work with, your consulting and design team, and they've all indicated to me that this is their preferred way of doing business. And if it was ever recanted, if the legislature, if it was ever deemed to be illegal, and we had to go back to the conventional design bid build, it would slow things down incredibly, and the quality that they indicate that they are enjoying right now would be diminished.
So while we need to be concerned that Sweetwater has an issue, we also can be fairly assured that because so many other districts use it and you have immense integrity, we probably do not have a lot to worry about.
As long as you employ the people in my shop, you'll never have to worry about this. I guarantee it. We are very conscious that people are looking at us, that our actions are being scrutinized, that we're the stewards of a great deal of funds, and so we don't take anything lightly. We try to evaluate our decisions based on what the community member, how are we being perceived, what is the question, even if I was suspect of us, what do I need to be prepared to respond to here? So we're asking those questions ourselves before we're even bringing those to the board.
My last commentary was really on the other issue that came forward to me around lease-leasebacks, was the concern that they should be utilized for something that's extraordinary, where, say, for example, only one company might be able to provide that service, but that if you have a number of companies who can do that service, then that's where you'd want to put it out for bid rather than do a lease-leaseback. So it was recommended to me, and as I talked about this issue with other districts, that this is something that you would want to use in an extreme situation where, say, you needed to have, window panes replaced. There's only one company in the whole area that could do that, and then you'd want to enter into this type of agreement. bid.
That isn't the way I
Is
would
that
do.
our philosophy? No.
No, typically if the job was so extraordinary and so special that I needed, there was only one contractor available, I would be coming to the board with a resolution saying this